Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I have Lori again with us from Royal Caribbean, and we are going to talk all about the Symphony of the Seas, which I'm super excited. One of the first ships to have slides in Royal's fleet, if I remember right. And we're going to learn everything we need to know about Symphony today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
Doing good. Can't wait to go back to cruising.
Me too. And I'm actually sitting on the boardwalk in the Symphony.
I see. I'm still in my room.
Ultimate Abyss right behind me.
The boardwalk is one of my favorite places.
It's so much fun. We have so many attractions there, so I can't wait to share all the features of the Symphony of the Seas. I was actually on the ship in Spain when we received it. So I was one of the first ones on board when she came out of the shipyard, and I was able to enjoy everything first.
Exciting. We can't wait to learn what you have to share with us.
It's amazing. And she is home ported in Miami at Terminal A, and it's a brand new terminal that we built for this ship.
Very exciting. I haven't been in the new terminal yet, so can't wait to go.
It's state of the art, and we boast frictionless check-in there. So literally, if you've checked in on your mobile device, we can check you in on an iPad within a second, just with a quick scan. So it's very, very easy, and it makes your check-in time quick and effortless.
We like that.
Don't we
Right
all?
to the ship. We can party.
Exactly. So if you want to go straight to the ship, we can get to the ship now if you like.
Exciting. Let's go.
All right, here we go. So let's learn a little bit about the beautiful Symphony. Because it really makes you feel like you are on the ship right now. And today, we probably wish we were more on the ship than we were at home.
I do.
Exciting things to do on board, like you saw the flow rider and the zip lining and the carousel, and of course the amazing shows. We can't see that at home.
No.
A preview of that again. So let's get it for a second. Round two.
It's good. You catch things you missed the first time. Oh, look, it wants to keep going.
It really wants to bring us out. So, we have some unique features on the Symphony of the Seas. In the boardwalk, we have a really cool old school candy store called Sugar Beach. And on the ship, I'm a seafood girl. I love New England style seafood, so I was thrilled when we brought a new restaurant on board called Hooked Seafood, and I am definitely hooked on it. So you can enjoy full lobsters, lobster roll sandwiches like you're in Maine. We have a cool raw bar, lobster mac and cheese. It's just amazing. It's really my favorite place to go, and I can actually go there more than once when I'm on the Symphony.
We have a few attractions.
Oh, yeah. Now, we have many, many different types of cabin categories on board the ship, too. But this ship boasts, and it's the only ship that boasts this unique cabin called an Ultimate Families Suite. And if you have ever seen our Crown Loft suites, it's like two of those Crown Loft suites put together, and it's designed for a family. It has a staircase as well as a slide. So you could take the slide from the second level of the loft down to the first level of the loft. It has a little screening area. It has some sporting games for the kids to play in this particular stateroom beanbag. So it's really a cool place to be. It has two bedrooms.
Great.
Just for the kids. So it's really terrific. So if you're looking for an ultimate family experience, especially coming out of this pandemic, you want to say do something really cool, you haven't got to vacation at all this year, that's the suite that you definitely want to talk to Kelly about. So if you never want to miss your sporting events, and I know a lot of them are on recordings now, but I know negotiations are being made for more and more sporting events to start happening in the near future. And if you're sailing on board, we have a great sports bar called Playmakers, and we have over 20 screens around the sports bar area. So every sporting event that's on air around the world will be aired while you're sitting there enjoying a tap beer or perhaps a cocktail or even some wings, something like that.
It's so important. I'm glad to see them leading the way with this, because people may be on vacation, but they don't want to leave their sports behind, especially Super Bowl or college playoffs or World Cup.
And I love when you say Super Bowl, because you never know. You may say next year for Super Bowl, it's going to be a super duper bowl, and why not do it on a cruise?
It'd be a fun time to play the cruise.
I know I'd rather be on a cruise than home making the wings and the nachos. I'd rather have someone else do it and sit in Playmakers, but not even in Playmakers. There are other areas around the ship where we have huge screens and we have airings of that game. So we may have it out in our aqua theater, or maybe aired in our theater or Studio B, and there are many viewing areas around the ship. And we have all the little pub foods around, so you feel like you're really at a pub, but you're on a great cruise ship.
Yes, they don't want you to miss out.
Oh, no. If you love Mexico, but you like it on the fly, really quick grab and go, we brought a Loco Fresh. So it's a great quick grab and go Mexican restaurant where we actually right there make the homemade nachos and the flautas, so it's all fresh. Best guacamole at sea. And after eating all that guacamole, I think you've got to burn some of those calories off. So I would suggest playing laser tag. And I'll tell you, you think it's only for kids. Well, I go every single time I'm on one of our cruises that has laser tag, and I go several times. I get a better workout there than I do at the gym. It's really a lot of fun. You can play as a family. You can play as teams of adults. It's a lot of fun. And interestingly, it's in Studio B, which is our ice rink. So we have this, I have to say, contraption that we literally inflate, and you would never know that you're on an ice rink. And we have this Planet for Battle Z whole staging area set up, and you play right there. So we're able to use that venue flexibly. So again, we talked about earlier the Ultimate Family Suite. Here's a great view area of it. I mentioned there's an in-suite slide, but there's also an air hockey table. There's a jacuzzi out on the deck. It sleeps up to 8 guests, so you can have a family of 4, or maybe grandma and grandpa, the parents, and a couple of the kids. I love the fact that it's part of our Star Class, which means you get a butler.
Oh.
Genie, because every wish is your command. So if your child needs to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at 3:13 every day with a glass of chocolate milk, it's there waiting at 3:13, so we don't have any meltdowns at sea.
I don't even know about little kids needing things. I think my teenagers would be on the slide.
Oh yeah, they'd probably be demanding that.
Requesting sandwiches and cookies.
Oh yeah. And on our sailings that we visit Perfect Day at Coco Cay, we have an added extra benefit. Guess what? Free admission to the Thrill Water Park. So that's a huge additional bonus.
Yes.
Family suite. But I have to tell you, it books out quick. So if you like what you see and you say, I want to take my family and sail in the Ultimate Family Suite, you better contact Kelly today and check to see if there are any dates for the rest of this year and next year that might be available.
I think the jacuzzi sells it too for me.
That would be for me too, and with a glass of champagne. So here's another view of Sugar Beach, and it's an old school candy store with every kind of candy you can imagine. It's located on the boardwalk. And we talked about Playmakers, and I said over 20 screens. It's actually 32 screens. And what I love there too, I always loved the Pac-Man game. We have Pac-Man there, the old school Pac-Man. Arcade games are there, shuffleboard, and even giant Jenga. So, there's a lot of different things you can do while you're having fun. And I think we see a craft beer flight feature here too. So you can try different types of craft beers and campfire cooking. So there's a lot of cool things. Here is my symphony. For those that love raw mussels, you can enjoy those. I'm more of a lobster girl, so I'll be enjoying that every time. But it is a fan favorite, and I always suggest that you make reservations for it because it is a buffet. And that's just one of the specialty restaurants we have on board. We have several other ones too, but that's one that, if you're a seafood person, definitely make a reservation for it. Now, we're all about our entertainment on Royal Caribbean, and our Broadway show on the Symphony of the Seas is Hairspray. Now, we've had Hairspray run on another one of our ships before, but this one is bigger and better, and even the hair is bigger. It's really a great Broadway musical, and it's a full Broadway musical, but it's one that's great for every age group, and it really gets you dancing in your seat and dancing in the aisles.
Cannot wait to see that.
But there's more, Kelly. There's more.
I know. I was going to say, my favorite so far has been Mamma Mia on Symphony's sister ship, but I'm excited to get on and see Hairspray.
I could see Mamma Mia over and over and over again. I think every song by heart. I love ABBA, but Hairspray is again one of my favorites.
It may take the top.
Oh yeah, and there are, as I mentioned, we are the ships of entertainment. So not only do we have Hairspray, we also have a production called Flight, which is a Royal Caribbean original, and it talks about the history. It's a musical showing the history of flight from the beginning of time to current day space adventures. So what I love, one of my favorite things, and I don't know if you were on our webinar yesterday, but a full-size, pretty much biplane with pilot flies over the audience during one of the scenes of the show, which is so super unique. You've never seen anywhere before, and you probably never will again.
Right.
In addition to Flight, we have our aqua theater, and the aqua theater is located in the aft of the ship, right behind the boardwalk. And we have phenomenal shows there. One that I want to talk about on this particular ship is called Hero, and this is where we have high dive and water ballet, something that you never experience anyway. It's just unbelievable. We have aerialists. We have people zipping in on a zip line. The divers, I cannot believe they dive. I don't even want to dive from the side of the pool. They're diving practically up at the top of the mast. It's unbelievable.
While the ship's moving too. It's amazing. It's one of the most amazing things I've seen.
Unbelievable. It's precision diving, and majority of our divers, these are Olympic and worldwide champions from around the world. So Royal Caribbean, for all of our entertainers, whether they'll be our aerialists, our high divers, our Broadway performers, these are people that we audition from around the world. So we have the best of the best performing. And that goes true even when we talk about our ice shows. Now, majority of our ships have ice theaters on board. You see an image of that on the lower right-hand side. And the show that we have here is called 1977 Ice Skate. And we even deploy drones in this show. So super unique. And our ice skaters, these are Olympic champions. They're medalists from around the world that are performing. So again, if you would like to be entertained, look no more but a Royal Caribbean ship, because we are the ships of entertainment. And after you've seen our evening shows, you may want to join us in the promenade for a parade. And one of the parades that we featured there is called Anchors Away. And then, of course, we always have our 70 Discos parade, which is my favorite.
Yes.
Lots of fun. Here's another image of Flight, and here's the biplane with the pilot that I talked about that flies over the audience. And, I said we go from the beginning of time to current days. And think about now when we're trying to yesterday they were trying to deploy the new space mission, and we're talking about current time space exploration in the musical as well. So it's really something that everybody can enjoy. And here's Hero. I love Hero. That is our aqua theater show. It is just totally unbelievable. Something that I can't even possibly describe it to you. You really need to sail and experience it.
You do. You just have to go. And if you think about all the entertainment, and if you were to just do that at home and how much expense would be to go to dinner and do all these shows in a week, it is such
You're so
value add in this when you cruise. It's all included.
And then we're feeding you on top of that, right? So it is a super value. I mean, think about if you put a price tag on it. I lived in New York and we used to go to the theater a lot. And last time I went to this theater and the seat was like $300. It was crazy. Yeah. Or if you go to Vegas to see a not so great show and a not so great seat, you're spending well over $100. So try to do that every night of your trip, right? So if you were in Vegas,
I just looked in September. Crazy, their ticket prices for a show that I wasn't sure I wanted to see, and we were in the nosebleed section. It was going to be $200 or $250 per person. It's crazy, but here it's planned. They even schedule the dinners and the shows with perfect timing, so you don't have to try to plan to get to a dinner and get out of the dinner in time and get to the show on time.
So true.
So organized.
Think about it. If you were in any of our suites, we even have a reserved seating section for you too. So the best seats in the house. I mean, every seat in the house really in any of our venues, entertainment venues on board, you really see everything perfectly. But if you're in a suite, we have reserved seating for you in a prime location. And of course, if you want to see a show on a specific date and time, because we do air them multiple times during the voyage, you can reserve entrance to the show in advance. Here's the Battle for Planet Z, which is laser tag. And remember I said this is actually in the ice rink. And these are inflatables. We have a floor that we put down. We treat the ice and we put a floor down. So it's fun for any age. Just one tip to remember, you need to have closed-toed shoes or you won't be admitted. Now, I did show you the ice skating show. That ice skating rink is available for our guests to use, and we have different times throughout the voyage listed in our cruise compass. But you must have, another point, you must have long pants on and socks. Otherwise, you cannot skate. Now, we do provide the skates and the helmets, so you don't have to drag your ice skates from home. I think the first time I sailed with my daughter on the Explorer of the Seas, she dragged her ice skates, and it was probably my fault. But unless you have these special ice skates that you have to use, otherwise we have them there for you, complimentary, as well as a complimentary helmet.
Well, the ice skating, I grew up in Florida. I'm not good with the ice skating, but Jason definitely has skated on the ship before.
I grew up skating growing up in New York. I love it. But, we do even have lessons, and we have our ice skaters there assisting too. So it's a great experience. So we'll just set it up here in a couple of seconds. Voila. That's amazing, and it's not helping my cruise. Round two. These videos, I think they may be a little possessed. We really want everybody to come back to sail with us soon, so we're trying to entice you. But I hope
are ready to sail. They just want to keep sending their videos out over and over again.
Well, I know, but I hope everybody today enjoyed our tour of the Symphony of the Seas.
No, thank you for the great information, and loved all the shows and being able to, to discuss some of it more in detail and kind of get to know the ship a little bit more. Because I think it's not only picking your itinerary, but your ships all have personalities of their own. And that's why I try to tell everyone, we try to pair you with the best ship for your personality and your demographics of who you're traveling with. And each ship, even in the same fleets, have different personalities. And it's wonderful to know just some of the highlights.
So true. And but what's nice about Royal Caribbean ships, they're multi-generational. So there's something for everyone to do of every age, from 6 months old all the way to I had a guest 80 years old zipping across on the zip line, and I had another guest celebrating their 100th birthday on board. So again, there's something for every age group to enjoy on board. And think about right now, so many families have been separated by distance and by all our quarantining. So you may want to think about a family reunion at sea, and one of our Oasis class ships, specifically even the Symphony, would be a perfect day and a perfect time to do that.
It would be great to do a family reunion, just a group of friends. I mean, it's been hard even to hang out with friends or go anywhere. So
and think about it, all the kids that graduated this year that didn't get to walk together across the stage, maybe the families want to get together and do a post-graduation cruise. So
yes, it's definitely been different. I took my third this morning and we did drive-through pick up the diploma from the principal. So it's definitely an interesting twist on this year. And we've actually been thinking about, we need to do something. We feel like we need to do something more with him because he kind of lost out on the rest of his senior year. So I think it's great for people that can plan big milestones, big anniversaries, grandma and grandpa's 50th. I know that's a big one that we get, or, retirement parties as well with the family.
Oh, for sure. So, but we're here along with you, Kelly, to help craft a fabulous experience on board our ships.
Well, I appreciate your help and your support. And thank you again so much for sharing this information with us today. And I know we'll probably be talking and doing more. So everyone will have to stay tuned to our little episodes and see if our videos run away again.
Okay, they like to repeat themselves, but I'm happy to join another call, and we can choose another tour of a ship or another destination.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Take care,
have
Kelly.
a great day. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.